This week in Jamaica Now, a painful development.
We saw like female closing, the skull is separated from the other part of the body.
Search for missing Clarendon teacher takes a dim turn as a decomposing body believed to be hers is found in Sandy Bay. Guns seized from dancehall artiste Tommy Lee Sparta linked to the murder of two popular entertainment personalities. Police crack down on illegal Portmore cooking gas refilling and distribution center. Weekend 3 of COVID lockdown begins as vaccine rollout continues. Another 75,000 doses arrive. The government continues to defend the AstraZeneca brand amid more negative reports. Then,
holy, it really erupts!
La Soufriere Volcano erupts in St Vincent. Thousands evacuated. The tourism minister announces mandatory vaccination for people going into government shelters.
This is not a drill, and it is not voluntary.
Ardenne lifts 8th Schools Challenge Quiz Cup, and Prince Philip, the husband of Queen Elizabeth, dies at age 99. I'm Damian Mitchell, and this is Jamaica Now. Police investigators are expediting forensic tests to confirm that a decomposing body found in Sandy Bay, Clarendon on Thursday is that of missing school teacher Natalie Dawkins. Analysis of the cell phone of slain suspect Jeffrey Bedward indicates that he was in the vicinity on Tuesday, March 30, when Miss Dawkins went missing. He was also at the home of the teacher. Bedward was shot dead in Belfield near Bella's Gates in Catherine on Saturday. Another man who was injured in the attack escaped. 3 days later, he turned up at a hospital with gunshot wounds and was arrested. 2 other men have also been arrested.
We have secured significant amount of evidence, both scientific and other types of evidence, in support of our investigation. And some of the things I cannot disclose, as you will understand, the nature of the investigation. We are confident also that we will get to the bottom. The motive for the killing of Miss Dawkins, we are confident that we will get to that.
And the family of Natalie Dawkins has released a statement thanking Jamaicans for the outpouring of support. It has also thanked several teachers who had joined in days of search for her. The Jamaica Teachers Association President Jasford Gabriel was saddened to learn that she may have been killed.
This is one of the saddest days in the over 50 years history of the Jamaica Teachers Association. We were hoping and praying as a nation, and especially across the teaching profession, that by some miraculous means, Natalie would have been found alive, be able to unite with her family and friends and colleagues, and more than all, be able to continue the tremendous work she had been doing for over 20 years, positively impacting the lives of thousands of our impressionable minds. The gruesome nature of her death is yet another stark reminder of the total breakdown of morality and disregard for life in our society.
To a developing story now, as the police are reporting that a gun seized from dancehall artiste Tommy Lee Sparta was used to murder 2 high-profile members of the British link-up crew in 2019. Tommy Lee is now in prison serving a 3-year sentence for illegal possession of a firearm and ammunition after pleading guilty. The police say based on ballistic tests, the firearm was used to kill Owen Clark, known as Father Fowl, and Alfonso Harriot, alias Wani British. The police have charged the operator of an illegal cooking gas refilling plant in Portmore, St Catherine. On Thursday, the police raided the Hellshire Road location and arrested 51-year-old Donovan Bartley. Hundreds of cooking gas cylinders were removed from the facility. Bartley has been charged with breaches of the Trademark Act, deceptive conduct under the Consumer Protection Act, and abstracting electricity from the Jamaica Public Service. Jamaica is now into a 3rd weekend of lockdown as the government seeks to contain the spread of the coronavirus. This week, the daily case count showed reduction, but the number of deaths ballooned past the 650 mark. And Jamaica this week received another 75,000 doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine. The Health Minister, Dr. Christopher Tufton, continues to defend its use despite more negative reports about its safety.
There is no certainty in this thing, right? The reality is that we operate with ideals and we work towards them. If we fall short, we try to change the strategy and we try to encourage. And it's certainly my desire that Jamaicans sufficiently appreciate the need for vaccines as an important response to take up But the truth is, I am a realist, and I do appreciate that some will not, which is why we set a 66%, two-thirds target.
Jamaica is also in line to get the Johnson & Johnson vaccines, which would require a single dose as opposed to 2 doses with the AstraZeneca. Eastern Caribbean countries have been rushing to help St Vincent and the Grenadines amid mass evacuation because of the eruption of the La Soufriere Volcano. Some 20,000 people are to be evacuated. Dominica's Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit says 7,000 will have to be accommodated in other countries. But according to the Vincentian Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, he has been left emotional by the outpouring of support.
The way in which people in St Vincent and the Grenadines and in ordinary people and in Grenada and in Dominica, St. Lucia and Antigua have responded to put people in their homes, strangers, bring tears to my eyes. I love this Caribbean.
In the meantime, Tourism Minister Carlos James says the people going into government shelters in St. Vincent will receive COVID vaccination.
This is not a drill, and it is not voluntary. There's a pandemic that is taking place, and we'll be vaccinating persons once they enter a government-operated shelter. And I want that to be very clear to persons as well.
The last volcanic eruption in St. Vincent was in 1979. Ardenne High School on Thursday evening became the first team in almost 2 decades to defend its Television Jamaica Schools Challenge Quiz title. The Hero Circle-based Wilma's Boys was in the hunt to break its 4-decade drought in search of the coveted cup.
Literature. Which book by John Steinbeck narrates the experiences of George Milton? Wilma's Boys.
Of Mice and Men.
Of Mice and Men. Good. Correct. Art. Name the artist who created the early 17th century work, Samson and Wilma's Boys.
Peter Paul Rubens.
That's right. Bible knowledge. What is the name of the mother of the Old Testament characters Shobab, Wilma's Boys?
No. Eve.
Incorrect. Shobab and Shamua. And that's the bell already.
Wilma's was initially announced winner, but after a lengthy score review at the end of the 3rd round, Ardenne was confirmed the competition's 52nd champions. World leaders have been sending condolences to the royal family following the passing of Prince Philip, the husband of Queen Elizabeth II. Prince Philip died at the age of 99 at the palace on Friday morning. His life spanned nearly a century of European history, starting with his birth as a member of the Greek royal family. It ended with Philip as Britain's longest-serving consort during a turbulent reign in which the 1,000-year-old monarchy was forced to reinvent itself for the 21st century. Prince Philip was known for his occasionally racist and sexist remarks and for gamely fulfilling more than 20,000 royal engagements to boost British interests at home and abroad. And that's it for this edition of Jamaica Now, your weekly review of the big news stories. Send us your comments at onlinefeedback@gleanerjm.com. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Jamaica Gleaner and on Facebook at Gleaner Jamaica. Like this video on our YouTube page, turn on your notifications, and subscribe today. I'm Damian Mitchell, and before we go, a flashback through the Gleaner archives when Prince Philip visited Jamaica.